Hello everyone, I'm Yusuf El Shahimi and I'm excited to share my latest progress in my backend development internship journey. As a part of my learning path, I've been working on strengthening my understand of authentication, security, and the API protection essential pillars of modern backend system. Today I'm presenting my task to Project One authentication system. In this project, I focused building a secure and production authentication flow, uh, sign up and login endpoints, secure password hashing, GWT authentication, protected routes, token expiry and error handling, and that's all about the sign up and login, secure password hashing, GWT authentication, protected routes, and token expiry error. Let's first we are gonna to discuss to see the project requirement from SyntecxHub. SyntecxHub from my intern. I choose the task 2 project 1 user authentication system. Build sign up and login endpoint, hash password securely issued by using BC RIPE. I show GWT tokens, Apple login for authentication, protect certain routes to require valid GWT, handle token expiry and error case invalid credentials. That's we are gonna to discuss our building code. That's our structure of our file. You can find our structure of my code inside this project, this PDF. Okay. And you can this is the structure of about the folders. Let's me Okay, this is the structure about the folder. You can see the PDF. Your system summary and conclusion inside this project. This structured user authentication structure, and this is the README file what I built and what I focused inside our project, and how to run and how to migrate with the database, how to create the database, what I building, that I building log in, log out, security implementation, the project structure. That is gonna to be controller, middleware, modules, route, utils, server.js, and swagger.js. That inside the models you can find the database schema, routes, API endpoints, utils, helper utils, utilities, control the business logic, middleware, authentication, validation, and inside the configuration. Let's gonna to go about the file and folder. Inside the folder of configuration, you're gonna go to see database.js. Inside it you can see the connection and test the connection about building a simple code to test the connection of our database migration, that to migrate our database from the models users models class that created at node modules is to be installed all extension that we need at like mongodb that we found it inside package.json. Package.json is for the running, for test, and for development. If you put npm run dev, you open, he work, and npm run start, he work. We can test it normally after discussion. Dot environment file that is contains the Mongo URI that is the connection about our database, not the env, the type that I choose. You can choose production or development. That I choose development. GWT secret generated by the node module. Expires of the login that I choose to be 1 hour. Port is 3000. Support of our module to be running inside localhost like this, by example. Then we are discussing to be inside the SRC, the own file. We have the controller that he contains all APIs that we can use, and a router about all APIs that we need to work on it. A router for register to be register a users with username. Password to be related to regex expression to be more than 8 character, contain a lowercase character, uppercase character, and contain number between 1 and 9, contains a special character, and a special character you gonna to test it. And he have contain the validation and the error and all required that we use it, error 201 for that successfully, 400 for the error message, and 404 for not found, 500 for the server error. Login, it's an API to a function to helper the API to be work, that is to be an login user using the token, working on the token, check the token. If the token is correct, he go to be n, expires n, check the expiry, that is can be expiry in 1 hour. About logging out or about breaking up our system. Log out that it's be logged successfully when we want. Inside the middleware, you can find the middleware about if it's not a token. Our 400 already has a blacklist and has a token. And next it will be gonna to be an error. 401 it's will gonna to be having an error inside our code, and this for authorizing our token using GWT modules from and to manage the utils على dash token blacklist file. Token blacklist contained found it inside the folder utils. That is the model users the schema about our table that we want to be migrate it by using base ript and mongodb. Username, email, password, and all requirements fit that end use of schema to prepare to save, and user of schema dot method compare password to compare our password. And routes it's contain our API. This implementation to be can test inside our Swagger API. All of this we can have router postal or slash register that takes is from auth controller from function register login here. That's same structure for login and logout. Token blacklist inside the util that is support to add blacklist token and to has blacklist token if he has a blacklist token. Server.js that is to run migration to connect database to log our is to be see our content here and check the connectivity and listening of support. Swagger.js is to be implementing to use can use our project on our server. That is our own information. We discuss it later. That is the servers we can run on locally by localhost 3000, and we can test it live, but by on render user authentication system, not on render.com. And when I try to test it, open my terminal and check it, npm run dev, he automatically run it. She gonna to be run. He's gonna to be run. Let's to be moved to test it online by user authentication dot system dot render API docs. You can find this over the video on YouTube. You can find it to be test. Okay, and you can find the repository GitHub. It's a public. You can find it's the link in the on the description of the video. Then let's move to test it online. That's all the discussion information that we had talked about it, discussed it inside the server.js information. That is the name of the modules and the API user. And this is developed by me, Yusuf Al-Shahimi, and this is if you need to contact me, you press this and you get it to my email or any email requirement that's inside it. It's gonna to talk about me. Let's talk about the API that inside the auth we have auth slash register API, auth slash login, auth slash logout. Let's test it by adding user by example. Let's keep it the same of the body. Let's we execute it. It's get to give me that's at 201 user is registered successfully, and it's failed to fetch first possible reasons. Let's to try to be log in, test with each together to be check the login. By example, let's execute. It's having an error. Let's Let's we enter a data from me. Let's add the username Yusuf, email, my own email, any password requirement to our regex. That's it's to be password P, capital P, and special any lower letter you want to be at. Let's to be 1, 2, 3 about numbers. A character to be at point exclamation. Okay, then to be execute and register on it. That's its response. Our response. That here